The message arrived on Earth at precisely 3:42 UTC, breaking through the cacophony of radio signals that humanity had been broadcasting into space for over a century. Commander Aliya Hassan stood motionless in the control room of the Unified Earth Space Command as the translation algorithms worked through the alien syntax. "They're calling themselves the Nor," said Dr. Khalid, the lead xenolinguist. His fingers trembled as they danced across the holographic interface. "And they're asking for sanctuary." Aliya's dark eyes narrowed. In her 15 years of service, nothing had prepared her for first contact, let alone a plea for help from an interstellar species. "From what?" she asked. The answer materialized on the screen: the Void Eaters. 3 months later, the first Nor ship entered Earth's orbit. It resembled an enormous blue-green lotus, its petals unfurling to reveal a crystalline core that pulsed with an internal light. Smaller vessels, transport pods for the refugees, descended to the designated landing zone in the Sahara. Mahmoud Tariq, Earth's appointed ambassador, stood at the edge of the massive containment dome. Sweat beaded on his brow despite the environmental controls. Behind him, representatives from every nation on Earth waited in anxious silence. The first Nor to emerge from its pod resembled a luminous jellyfish floating 3 meters above the ground. Translucent tendrils that shifted between azure and violet trailed beneath its bell-shaped body. Where a human might have eyes, the Nor had 5 iridescent orbs arranged in a perfect pentagon. "We thank humankind for their hospitality," came the translated voice through Mahmoud's earpiece. The Nor's body pulsed with each syllable. "We have traveled far to escape destruction. We welcome you to Earth," Mahmoud replied, following the carefully scripted greeting. "May we learn from each other and forge a peaceful alliance." What no one anticipated was how quickly the Nor would integrate into human society. Their technological offerings, particularly in medicine and clean energy, accelerated human development by decades within months. The Nor healed terminal illnesses with their bioluminescent touch. They transformed barren deserts into lush farmlands with their bioengineering expertise. They taught humans how to harness quantum entanglement for instantaneous communication across vast distances. Public opinion shifted from wary acceptance to enthusiastic embrace. The Nor became celebrities, advisors to world leaders, beloved teachers. Children imitated their floating movement in playgrounds. Fashion designers created flowing garments inspired by their undulating forms. And still, more refugee ships arrived each month as the mysterious Void Eaters consumed the Nor's home systems one by one. Captain Zhang Wei stood on the bridge of the UES Harmony, Earth's first faster-than-light vessel, built with Nor technology as it patrolled the edge of the solar system. 18 months had passed since first contact, and humanity had leaped forward centuries in technological development. "Captain, we're detecting an anomaly," reported Lieutenant Kimani, her eyes fixed on the quantum display. "It doesn't match any known signature." Wei frowned. "Nor?" "No, sir. It's nothing like we've ever seen." The void before them seemed to bend, as if space itself was being folded. Then, a ship materialized, if it could be called that. It resembled a perfect black sphere that absorbed all light, surrounded by a geometric lattice of silver filaments that pulsed rhythmically. "Open communications," Wei ordered, his mouth suddenly dry. The response came, not as sound, but as thoughts directly inserted into the minds of every crew member. "You harbor our prey. The Nor are not what they claim." Emergency lights bathed the Global Security Council chamber in crimson as representatives from Earth's nations and the Nor High Council gathered. The diplomatic atmosphere had disintegrated into chaos following Captain Wei's report. "They call themselves the Archivist Collective," said General Okonkwo, projecting images of the Black Sphere. "And they claim that the Nor are not refugees?" but infiltrators. The senior Nor, named Luminae by humans, floated at the center of the chamber. Its tendrils had darkened to a deep indigo, a sign of distress in their species. "These are ancient enemies of our kind," Lumina's translated voice echoed. "They seek to exterminate us based on a prophecy from their obsolete data archives. They believe we will bring chaos to the ordered universe." "And do you?" asked President Chen bluntly.